I don't know, man. This doesn't look too stable. Uh, Wobbly just a little bit. Let's see. Got it. Hey, and welcome to episode number 26 of the Langille Show. My name's Brian Langille, and yes, I'm here again, and yes, it's sunny. It's got to be my lunch break. Today's camera work is a little bit of a homemade sort of thing. I've got my MacBook on top of my barbecue, so I can see just from recording this it's a little bit flimsy, but I don't really have a huge operating budget, so you got to forgive me for that. Last night, the Detroit Red Wings clinched their 4th Stanley Cup in 11 years by defeating the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2 in game number 6. So the series is over. Detroit are the champions. Congratulations, Detroit. I remember some guy who runs a show saying that the experience of Detroit would expose Pittsburgh, despite the fact Pittsburgh was his pick. Oh wait, that was me. I wanted Pittsburgh to win. I was all for the Penguins, but you know, watching game 1 was just enough of an indication that Detroit was definitely going to steamroll over them. And you know, don't get me wrong, I love the Penguins, and I don't think any Eastern Conference team could have done a better job than Pittsburgh, including Toronto. Congratulations to the Penguins on their amazing season. Congratulations to Detroit on their championship season. And now the countdown is on, a little over 3 months before we drop the puck and we do it all over again. I'm not here to talk about hockey this time because I know a lot of people are, you know, like, oh man, he's talking about hockey again, blah, 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 blah. And I want to send a shout out to all the girls at CIBC who apparently have been watching the show lately. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Of course, you guys don't watch on company time because that would just be wrong, right? So, I mean, appreciate the fact you're taking time out of your home life to watch the Langille Show. So to all the girls, you know, Pam and Tanya and Laura, and Brenda and Susan, well, Susan by default, but Susan, you know, all these people for watching the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Try not to give my wife too much of a hard time. She's not responsible for the content of the show. I take full responsibility, good or bad, that this show is, you know, doesn't reflect on her poorly. So I got some questions on how I pulled off the last episode, how I had the camcorder set up there, and, you know, for the most part, it looked pretty stable. I don't want to give away industry secrets or anything, but it does involve a tripod and a camera and balancing and making sure the window was closed. I got some strange looks going through traffic because as they looked beside them, they saw, you know, the back end of a camera facing towards the driver of a car, and the guy just randomly talking. And I realized at that point that when I do the show, I'm actually talking to myself. Yes, I have the camera on, and yes, you're listening to me now, but at the time that I record this, like right now, I'm standing on my deck talking to myself, and there's some neighbors across the way looking at me. So I think that's hilarious. Hey, the way I pulled it off was I had a tripod with my camera and it was braced and it was 100% safe. There was no worry there. I think the most dangerous part of the whole thing is when I unhook my seatbelt in order to get the camera balanced back up again. So yeah, everything was cool. I was in no risk. I was in no danger of myself, and I was in no danger of, you know, affecting anybody else. But thanks for the question. I do appreciate it. And you know what? Since it seems to go over rather well, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll take a road trip. Maybe you know what? Maybe, just maybe, and this is in the speculation phase, I will take a road trip to Nova Scotia and I'll film an episode of the Langille Show on the way, and then who knows, maybe, just maybe, and again this is speculation, we can do an episode of the Langille Show in Nova Scotia. Let's do it live. Let's get a bunch of people together, you know, and we'll film the Langille Show live. So if that's something that you guys are interested in and you're from Nova Scotia and you're thinking maybe I'd like to host the Langille Show, you know, let me know and we'll see what we can do. We'll film an episode at your place or your location or your bar. Let's do it in a bar. Now, wouldn't that be cool? Let's do that. You know, we could have some beer and an audience. You know, we could have a microphone and a camera and some paranoia and some stage fright, and we could have an absolute shitstorm. It would be awesome. Let's do that. All kidding aside, I wouldn't mind doing the Langille Show live. I don't know about doing it in a bar. That might be kind of freaky. Maybe it's something we can talk about. If you're interested in hosting an episode of the Langille Show, your people should talk to my people, which would basically be me. And yeah, maybe we can put that together. So if you're thinking about maybe sometime in June or July of hosting the Langille Show, give me a shout. Maybe we can arrange something. So I'm going to wrap this one up because I got to get back to work. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And check me out next week when I come back with new episodes of The Langille Show. Until then, Take care.